So the Rebels, the thorn in the side of Nick Saban 2 consecutive years with Hugh Freeze on the sidelines. He no longer is there. The Rebels coming off a 5-7 finish last year and a few disappointing losses. One in particular taking on Cal, a loss on the West Coast with Shea Patterson at quarterback. But it is the Rebels and the Tide, a very entertaining game in recent years with Chad Kelly at quarterback, and maybe more of the same. Maybe the Rebels have a puncher's chance.
They have more of a puncher's chance. I mean, number one, aside from the NCAA infractions and Hugh Freeze no longer there, this program still has the same ingredients. You still have a solid offensive line with Javon Patterson, Greg Little, Jordan Sims, Sean Rawlings, So you still have a strong offensive line. You have an unorthodox, unscripted, very talented play-extending quarterback in Shea Patterson. You have a running back in Jordan Wilkins, who is back from being ineligible last year. And then you got just a bevy of physical, big body, big play receivers. So the formula for Ole Miss is once again there. And for Alabama in the secondary, it comes down to how are you going to play these receivers? Nick Saban talked about in the press conference this week, well, on Monday, as I should say, Minkah Fitzpatrick will be used as, well, Minkah Fitzpatrick he singled out as the decoy due to him being able to do a number of things, very diverse. And then with, Minkah being able to play money, being able to play safety, and at that corner position, you kind of need to be in that dime package with 6 defensive backs on the field. Because if you go into more so of your nickel, there may lie a matchup where, Alabama may not feel as comfortable with, Ole Miss may be very comfortable with. So I feel like with 6 defensive backs, having all 6 DBs on the field, really latching on and locking on to these receivers could be your best possible chance for the Crimson Tide, especially with Ole Miss more than likely going 4 wide with DeMarcus Lodge and Van Jefferson, DK Metcalf, and A.J. Brown, A.J. Brown, in my opinion, the most dynamic of the 4. A.J. Brown, 389 receiving yards this season and 4 touchdowns. The kid's an absolute stud, despite my prowess being more so towards Van Jefferson. I like that kid. DK Metcalf can play. DeMarcus Lodge can play. Even Markel Pack. I mean, my goodness, he's still there. Markel Pack can play. But A.J. Brown, to me, the 4-star kid from Starkville, Mississippi, whom they snatched from Mississippi State, is the most dynamic of that group. But the formula of having the offensive line, the running back in Jordan Wilkins, the quarterback play of Shea Patterson, and that group of wide receivers, despite not having Hugh Freeze, it's still the formula of an Ole Miss football team that can give Alabama problems.